Hi, I'm Dave Worzel, and you're watching PHTV4, and this is Living Well. We're at Pass Health Foods, and we're with one of the co-owners, Carolyn, on my right here. And this is, because it's Living Well, we're talking about good decisions about living a healthy lifestyle in a variety of ways. In this case, specifically, we're in summer, protecting our skin, a variety of ways, whether it's bugs and insects out there or sun. And we're going to take a look at natural products as compared to some of the other things you might find in other stores. So Carolyn, thank you for taking time.
Yes.
Let's start at the front end of this. If we're, let's say no, I don't want a sunburn. I'm going to be in front of this one. What are the types of products or what types of natural things can you recommend for our skin and like a lip balm?
Sure. So I mean, sunscreen obviously, but also if you can choose when you're outside, that middle part of the day, like 11 to 3 or 11 to 4, that's really when the sun is its strongest, where it's really going to burn you quick if you don't have some kind of protection, whether it's longer sleeves or at least short sleeves. Even bathing suits, they have a lot now where they'll have options where it's a little longer sleeve or something like that, so you're a little more covered and you don't have to be so
Right.
constantly reapplying, because one of the most important things about sunscreen is reapplying. Because I wish there was a sunscreen that lasted. It seems like we can go to the moon, we should be able to have sunscreen that lasts all day, but it doesn't. So reapplying that sunscreen. We have a lot of great natural ones because there are a lot of chemicals and just junk and things like that, and especially if you have sensitive skin or kids or people who are just concerned about the chemical load, which we all should be, but it really can make a difference.
I want to ask a question, go back to the applying.
Yes.
I mean, what's the typical lifespan? I put on sunscreen at 11, let's say.
So
and,
2 hours.
Okay.
Sunscreen really doesn't last longer than 2 hours. And if you're sweating or you're in the pool or anything like that, all of that is going to make it so it lasts even less.
Okay.
Even if you have like a sport sunscreen or it says swim or waterproof or water resistant or something like that, it's not going to be lasting as long. So like reapplying, like if you're at the Palos pool or something like that, these adult swims they have, it's every hour. That can be a good reminder of I better put on some more sunscreen. It's better to do more than not, because it's so easy to forget and then you've got a sunburn.
Okay, and then can you guys, we have several products right here, guide us towards good products. I think we're probably all aware of SPF 15, 30, 45, 60, and at some point, it can get strong. How strong do we need? And of the products, so I know some are zinc-based, if you could talk about that, or mineral-based.
Sure. So I mean, once you get over about 30 SPF, there's the increments of difference is not that much. So the difference between an SPF 50 and an SPF 70, or you'll even see 100 or something like that, those differences are very minute. Once you get past, you'll see suntan lotions or whatever where they're SPF 10 or something. I would stay away from something like that. But once you get into
that's not really providing much protection at all.
Once you get into a 30 or something like that, that's a good, because those numbers mean that it's 30 times the protection that your skin would normally have, or before you're getting sun damage. And there's a lot of great ones, and even I love it for body, like a spray, because I feel like it's just so convenient and fast. The easier you can make it to get sunscreen on, the more likely you are to do it. If you're putting a cream on every inch of your body, that's a hassle, which, I mean, it's important to do, but a spray can be good. I wouldn't necessarily do a spray on your face, but you can do, if it's all you have. You could spray a bit in your hand. Don't spray in your face. You could spray a bit in your hand and then rub it on. But I would probably have 2 is what we generally recommend, like a spray or something like that for your body, and then one that's, more for your face.
Now this product, like all the, and I noticed right
Yeah.
next to it they have the sheer
The cream.
mineral.
So I mean, this can be used for your whole body, but like I use that on your face just because it's meant for sensitive skin. It's not going to irritate, and I do feel like, as convenient as sprays are, and I mean I use them and like them, a cream is a little more protective because you know you're getting a good barrier.
Right.
Where a spray, you know, it's doing the trick, but
Right.
you know.
And the mineral base provides actual physical
the
barrier.
mineral based is especially good for sensitive skin or children or especially young kids. You want to look for a mineral because there's sunscreens, they're either called like physical sunscreens or chemical sunscreens. Chemical doesn't mean chemical, like bad chemical, but it more means that it's something that you put it on your skin and then in your skin it's like working to block the sun. Where a mineral sunscreen is what they call a physical sunscreen, where you put that on and it's zinc and it's making a barrier by you putting it on, so it's like the sun can't get through it. And because of that, it's really good for sensitive skin or people with irritated skin, or if you have like rosacea or any kind of skin sort of things. A zinc one is going to be a lot gentler on the skin because it's more making a barrier versus, and it's not like white, you know, where you're going to
I
look
know
like
some
you
of
have
our
a
like
mask
sheer
on or
mineral, which are,
something.
they're not completely sheer, but
Yeah,
they're.
but it's not like back a long time ago
Right,
they would
right.
have that where you had like a white triangle on your nose or whatever.
yeah.
It's not like that.
All right, so how about, so great advice. Let's make sure we get a good,
But
you know,
make
in
sure
front.
reapplying, and if you can, covering your skin is a smart thing to do. You know, especially if you're outside. You know, don't, like, tank tops or this and that are fine, but then you have to think all of that is exposed to the skin. So if you can cover yourself with a shirt, or for swimming, like a short sleeve or even a long sleeve bathing suit is a smart idea. Or a hat. Definitely a hat.
So we're talking about a lot of smart advice here. Let's do if we did something not smart.
Yes.
We lost track of the time,
Yes.
or I forgot to cover my shoulders,
Yeah.
or what about sunburn? How do we
So,
deal with that? Products
aloe, of course, is a great thing to do. You know, and aloe can be really soothing to the skin. Something that can help is like keeping aloe in the fridge can feel really good if you have, you know, a sunburn, but it really does help with healing it. There's another product we have, it's like a Sovereign Silver. It's like a colloidal silver gel. It's like a first aid gel. If you have a really bad sunburn, especially on your face or something like that, it can really help to heal it. So that's another thing. But I'd say aloe is really the best. It's always a good idea to have some aloe, even if you don't really have a sunburn, but say you've been outside a lot, it's been hot, you know, your skin's been through a lot, you know, putting on some aloe can just be really soothing.
Okay, and then the last one is like a lip balm.
Oh,
right?
yes.
We're talking about
So-
some of these we put on our skin and face, but now we're in
Yeah,
our
so
mouth.
I mean,
so
you put on a cream and it can kind of be on your lips, but having a lip balm, and we do have some that are with SPF. This is one I like. It's called Portland Bees. They're actually like beekeepers in Portland. They're trying to do more like urban beekeeping, which can actually help these places that don't have as many, you know, trees and things like that. So we really like their lip balms. And this is an SPF. It's actually called Solar Eclipse because it has SPF in it. Because your lips are sensitive and you can get sunburned. We don't really think about lips or ears or things like that, but those are all places that you need protection.
So an SPF for your lips, and
SPF
probably
for your
want
lips is a good idea.
Probably going to apply that quite a bit, I'm guessing,
Yeah,
just because
you
they're
know,
just
have it
by
in your
mouth
pocket and
yeah.
things like that. And I
Okay.
like this brand. I actually have it in my pocket, not the SPF one, but another one. I feel like it goes on a little thicker, so it kind of stays on where, you know what I mean.
All right, so I'm protected from the sun.
Yes.
We're talking about maybe I made a mistake and I'm ready to deal with a
Yes.
slight burn, minor burn,
Yes.
sunburn.
Hopefully not.
Now I'm going out in the yard. I'm going to be doing yard work
Yeah.
or cutting grass, and there's bugs. I prefer not to get bit. It
Yes.
may happen anyway.
Yes.
What about the
So-
natural compared to putting some of the chemical sprays out
So
there?
I mean, I'm not going to say that I've never used DEET. If I'm camping in the woods or something like that, you know, but for your everyday, you're in the backyard, putting on chemicals on your skin, I mean, we know that DEET and I mean, you spray it and you breathe it and you feel like, you know, I mean,
Right.
these are chemicals.
Right.
You know, so having a natural way to repel bugs is a good idea, especially for that like everyday sort of thing. We don't want to be putting chemicals on our skin every day, especially like kids and stuff like that. It's not the best. So there are a lot of great natural ways, natural bug sprays that we have that really do repel mosquitoes, ticks, you know, things like that, because they are attracted by scent. So these natural bug sprays, they usually use different essential oils that not only mask our scent, but they actually repel mosquitoes and ticks and things like that. So it is a good idea. And we also have, so some really good, I really like this one because it's almost like a, you know, it's not like a pump where it's real easy to put it on and good smelling. But these, they're like mosquito bands. I really like, this is like a 10 pack, but I like them because I find I'm outside like all the time. And I find usually during the day I don't get too many mosquito bites, but it's in the evening, which I love sitting outside in the evening, but that's when the mosquitoes are really bad. But also, I don't like smelling like bug spray when I'm going to bed or something like that, because it's really only a short amount of time. So these bands I feel like are handy. You can even like put them around your ankle or, you know, things like that, because then you can take them back off, seal it up in like a little container, and then use it again. So I like that because you're not putting anything on your skin, but it still is repelling it.
And what insects? Mosquitoes, do they work against others?
Yeah, all of those, you know, mosquitoes, ticks, things like that. If you're in, you know, deep, long grass and things like that, where that's really ticks,
you should probably cover up at that point.
Covering up, but, you know, definitely putting some bug spray around your, you know, on your legs and stuff like that. But yeah, if you can really avoiding chemicals as much as we can, because you think there's bugs every day. I have mosquito bites, you know, it happens, but constantly putting chemicals on your skin is not the best.
Okay, these are very good alternatives.
You know,
here.
yeah. So things that they're effective, but, you know, something a little more natural.
Okay. Carolyn, thank you very much. A lot of great advice to help make the summer more enjoyable in a variety of ways and still be outside and enjoy it.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Carolyn.
Thank you.
I'm Dave Wurzel. You've been watching PHTV4, Living Well, and we've been at Pass Health Foods talking with Carolyn, giving us some great advice about skincare for the summer. Thank you for watching, and be healthy.